Hello and welcome to Set for Smash Moveset Concept, where we look at the world of video game characters and see how they would play in the world of Super Smash Bros. We're at the halfway part of our Fighter Pass fan pool, meaning this is the top 3. And who do we have in third place, chosen by the fans? Why, it's none other than Sonic's best friend, Tails. Or as you might know him as Miles Prower, a young fox genius who was once bullied for being born with 2 tails, hence his nickname. But being inspired by Sonic's courage and later becoming his lifelong best friend, Tails has proven time and time again he's shown to not only have the brains of Eggman, Sonic's speed, and can even fly with his own butt, proven to be one of the most iconic sidekicks in video games. So you think it's about time this fox boy finally joined the battle? Well, let's find out. Beginning with the details, the series symbol is of course the Sonic symbol, though I would personally like it if they actually adjusted it to be the symbol to Sonic Team. I don't know why, they have yet to do that though. Height-wise, he's on par with Sonic, but that's mostly due to the fact that his ears make him look taller. Stat-wise, aren't really the greatest in some parts, being below average in both weight, defense, and knockback, and his attack being pretty weak, but his more stronger attributes are his speed, where he's pretty fast, and his jumping ability, which is high. Obviously, it's not the highest, though of course not at supersonic speeds, falling slightly behind. He's still pretty fast to be on par with any other speedsters in the lightweight fast class department. When he enters a stage, he crash lands from the tornado, as Tails been known to crash that plane a whole lot. For his taunts, for his first taunt, it's his original victory pose from Sonic 3. He still makes this stance every so often in other games. For his second taunt, he lets out his wrench, showing that he's ready to tinker on some new gadgets. And for his third taunt, he hovers above the ground for a little bit and then comes back down, showing off Tails' aerial mobility. With his color palettes, his default design makes him his bright yellow look, more based on his more modern design. And for the rest of the color palettes, I decided to base more on other types of foxes, as basing on other Sonic characters and or the Chaos Emeralds honestly felt like a little bit of a cop-out personally. Whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments below. So obviously for his second color palette, I made him a darker orange based off his original look from the old promo arts of Sonic 2. Color palette 3 gives him a more brown color attire, based off brown foxes. And yes, you can also make this a reference to the original cartoon variant of Tails. Color palette 4 gives him a gray color palette, giving him the color of gray foxes. Color palette 5 makes him lightly red, based off red foxes. Color palette 6 makes him a white fox, and color palette 7 makes him a black fox. And for the 8th color palette is a very interesting fox type because not many people know about this one, and finding out about it generally made me surprised. Giving him a light pink fur design, which you could say is a reference to Amy, but it's actually more based off something called a pink champagne fox. I still don't know if that's a real thing, but it's a cool color palette, so I'm keeping it. And wrapping up the details with victory animations, his first victory animation is the one based off Sonic Mania. His second victory animation has him tinkering around with his Electails, the device you might recognize from Sonic Colors or even other Sonic games. And for his final victory animation, he perfectly lands a tornado into the victory stage and pops out showing off his air skills. And the victory theme is the Sonic series victory theme, though I wish they would change it from the 06 version. Moving on to the standard attacks. His jab is a 1-2 punch, and then he does a barrage of punches, like he's flailing around, while his dash attack has him shoving the opponent, both moves inspired by Sonic fighters. His side tilt is a double hand slap, while his up tilt is an uppercut, and for his down tilt, it's a tail swipe, where he swipes with both tails. His smash attacks, however, are from Sonic Battle, with his side smash being the energy ball, where if you charge it, he'll shoot a ball of energy. Depending on how long you charge it, the farther it goes. Since it's a projectile, it can be reflected. His up smash is the magic upper, where he summons an extendable boxing glove that hits above in front of him, though behind him he's still defenseless. And for his down smash, he uses the magic hook, where he spins the magic glove around himself. For his aerials, his standard aerial is similar to Sonic's, where he spins into a ball. His forward aerial does a move called Typhoon, where he smacks his tails forward. His back aerial is a back kick. His up aerial is an upward variant of Sonic's side aerial, and is a great knockback move. And for his down aerial, he'll do the move Tails Dunk, where he'll smack his tails under him, and even has a good chance of spiking his opponents. And finally, for his grabbing animations, he does a one-handed grab and hits his opponents with a wrench. For his forward throw, Tails throws his opponents while in the air, turning them into a giant projectile. Though originating from Sonic the Fighters, this move is more based off Sonic Heroes. His back throw, he kicks the opponents behind him and springs forward, keeping some distance from his opponents. His up throw is the spring parry, and for the down throw, it's the aerial version of the energy ball. Moving on to the special attacks. Though the snare attacks definitely had him using a lot of tech, I decided to embrace more of what Tails as a character is in his special attacks. Starting with the standard special is a signature move from Sonic Adventure, the Spin Cyclone. By pressing and hold the B button, Tails will spin himself into a tornado, allowing him to move freely left or right for a limited time. Similar to Meta Knight's standard special, except the more longer you charge it, the farther you can go. The Kirby hat will give him Tails' ears, hair, of course, his 2 tails. For the side special, it's going to be a controversial one. I decided to go with the Ring Bomb. Now, what's the Ring Bomb, you're probably asking? Well, it originated both in Sonic Heroes and, unfortunately, Sonic 06, where Tails will throw a capsule item that'll explode fake rings. But it'll work differently in Smash Bros. Than it does there, as it's just called the Ring Bomb, meaning there actually are real rings sometimes. When Tails throws it, it'll be in an arc, and if it makes contact with an opponent or ground, rings will explode out of it, with a minimum of being 1, 3, 5, and at maximum 10. Though note, if it's around 5 or 10, half of those rings will automatically disappear when they explode. But when the capsule explodes and some rings are left on the stage, some opponents can pick them up and heal 1% of damage, giving you a little more protective power similar to how they work in the Sonic games. Though the fake rings you can actually use as items, similar to Diddy Kong's Banana Peel, meaning Tails or any of his opponents can actually pick up the fake ring and throw it back as an item. It's also a fun little homage to Tails' Sky Patrol. For Tails' Up Special, honestly it's a no-brainer, it's the Heli Tails, where Tails will actually propel himself upward with his 2 tails. The Up Special works similarly to King K. Rool's Up Special. Making Tails' strongest attribute is his great recovery. Though Tails won't stay up in the air forever, he'll eventually tire himself out and then go into freefall. And finally for his Down Special. And since it's a Sonic character, it makes sense that it's the Spin Dash. Though this is an iconic move from Sonic, Tails was the one who created the move, so I think it makes sense that he'd also get this move as well. By pressing down B, Tails will be able to charge up the Spin Dash. Though Sonic's will actually have him charge through enemies, Tails will slowly chip away at anyone's damage, making him sort of like a buzzsaw. But what happens if you do this up special in the air? Well, Tails will actually do a Spin Dash Hop. Not to get it confused with Sonic's Spin Drop, Tails will actually go into the spinning animation and then do a small jump, giving Tails a little more one-up when it comes to mobility. You can even activate this move while in your up special, but you can't do anything once when you get out of it. With Tails' special attacks, I decided to give him tons of mobility options. If you need to get back on the stage, you can either use the Ring Bomb to push away enemies, or use the Spin Dash in the air to jump back on or jump around your opponents. If you're too far away from the stage and need a way to recover, the Spin Cyclone and the Heli Tails combined with the Spin Dash can give you more mobility. This is why I also gave him better speed and jumping ability. He might not be strong to some people, but if you think like Tails, you might be able to master him. After all, Tails is a smart character, so it makes sense that you have to think smart to play as him. And lastly, for Tails' final smash, well, no-brainer, it's the Tornado. He flies into the background, a reticle will appear, and if anyone gets close to the reticle before he launches, the Tornado will make an impact on the stage, taking down anyone who gets near him, working similarly to Pit's Lightning Chariot Final Smash. And with that, we have set for Smash Miles Tails Prower, an iconic character from the Sonic series that, honestly, I'm still surprised has not yet joined the battle. Of all the characters from the Sonic series, Tails is still an iconic video game character for multiple reasons. A loyal best friend, a hardworking genius, and the one person Sonic trusts with his life. Tails is even on par with video game sidekicks like Luigi and Diddy Kong. In all honesty, I can't think of any other Sonic character more deserving to join Super Smash Bros. Than Miles Tails Prower. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And if you want to support the channel and get your name at the end of the credits, you can always become a channel member, be a Twitch sub, or even send a donation to my coffee. We're past the halfway point of this Moveset concept season, so it's down to the final 2. But you'll have to wait until the next Moveset concept.